Yep.
As you can remember earlier, in 2 videos ago, I spoke about the fraying of the edges. We need to eliminate the fraying of the edges. One way in order to eliminate the fraying of the edges, okay, is to make sure that our setting is set on a zigzag motion. Once we want to make a zigzag motion, this is what we do. The bottom handle changes the number. As you can see, there's a red line from left to right. See the red line? Number 13 is a straight sow. Number 12 is our zigzag. If we do a zigzag motion on the edge, this will stop the material fraying inside our tote bag. So let's see. Let's set it up. So we've stopped the fraying on first step when we want to sew our tote bag. Setting number 12. Each stitch I want it to be 1.5 apart, and I want the zigzag to be 5 millimeters apart. So number 5 for the top, 1.5 for the bottom. Okay. Now, once we do this, I will place everything aside, away from me, to make sure my work environment is safe, and I will start. My first step when I start is this. I'll make sure either we're sewing from the inside out, and I'll make sure that the top handle moves our needle up and down. So as you can see, it moves our needle up and down. What I'd like to do is put the needle about 5 millimeters away from the edge. So I'm going to try and put it in this corner here, about 5 millimeters away. Once your needle goes in, you can go back to the back latch and push it down so that the foot of the needle locks the material or the fabric into place. Just like so. So it was up, and now it's down. Now what do? I'm ready. Remember, you go forward 3 spaces, and then you go back 3 spaces in reverse. Why do we do this? So that the thread can lock into place. And we do this with our reverse button here. This is our reverse button. So if you notice, look at the needle and look at the reverse button. Ready? Watch this. So I'm going 3 needle threads to the front, and then don't forget, we have to turn it on. And now we go 3 to the back, like this. And now we go forward. Make sure when you hold the fabric, you guide it. You don't push it, you guide it. Make sure that the foot of the needle does not go over the edge of the fabric, and as you can see what's happening, now the fabric is super strong on the edges. There will be no fraying. So as I guide it, as you get better and better, you may go faster and faster. Try to keep it as straight as possible. Watch out for your fingers, do not go under the needle. Once you go to the edge, this is super important. Once you go to the edge, make sure that the needle stays inside the fabric. Okay? So I'm moving, so now it's above, if you can see. The needle is above the fabric. The needle is up here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to press the pedal a little bit more. Make sure it's in there. If you can't get it in there, I can manually do it as well, like so. Make sure that the needle is in, and then I may lift up the foot of the needle and rotate the fabric and go down this edge. We have to go around all 4 edges to make sure that our fabric is super strong on the edges, and then you're ready to go. Do you notice how now it's going a little bit off? You have to make sure that you guide it and steer it in the right direction. Making sure that the needle is in there. I lift up the foot and I rotate again. Always keep a checkup to see how much thread you've got. See what happens when I lost focus? This is what happens when you lose focus. Your thread does not become straight. Your stitching does not become straight. We're lucky that this is going to be on the inside of our fabric, but if it was on the outside, it'll look super ugly and you wouldn't want to buy it from the shops. When we reach the end, or about the end of our material, remember to lock the material in place, we need to go forward and then back about 3 times. So now when we've reached the end, what I would like you to do is making sure to lock the thread into place. We go forward. After our forward, we need to go back 3 threads and move forward 3 threads. So we're going back 3 threads, and then we're going to go forward 3 threads to lock the thread into place. And once you do that, we make sure our needle is in the air. Move the foot, and you can see there are only 2 threads coming out, which is perfect. I'm going to pull it a little bit, not too hard, and I'm going to go to our blade on the side here. Ready? And then we're going to put it down. There we go. Now this is super strong.